Hey everybody, I'm Bob, and welcome back to the next episode in my 5th Age of Wonders 3 Advanced Strategy series. And got a few things to go over, and I'm going to start right off the bat with a comment from Space Flash, a reminder of a little trick he showed me several episodes, or a long time ago actually. I've kind of consistently forgotten to use this, but if you have the option, and you've got two stacks next to a structure, and you attack with the smaller stack, like I'm about to do here, it will put the larger stack in a flanking position. As you can see, the animals directly facing, the defenders start directly facing the smallest stack. This won't matter as much in a battle like this, where the defenders are kind of in a circle, but in any case where they sort of line up, which happens a lot more often, I think, especially when there's maybe less than 6 defenders. I think it sort of just depends on the layout and geography of the map, but sometimes they'll start in kind of a line, and that puts the stronger stack in a better position to go after them because they can target the unit on the end of that line while other units are moving in their direction. So, just a quick little pointer. I will go through the rest of the comments after this battle. There was some good ones this week that I think deserve some attention. Let's start by getting some free XP for Ganon, buffing that guy with Touch by Faith. Probably try to get a curse off on somebody too. So that guy's immune to Blight. And this battle might not be super easy. The Watcher is probably the thing that scares me most here because of Doom Gaze. I hate how it petrifies you. So I think I'm going to try to curse him right off the bat. Or at least slow him down. It may not matter because that thing's got... No, it matters. He won't be able to Doom Gaze anybody on this turn. And I'll just move the others up. I might actually try cursing him again if I can get in range, which I can't. Not right now, not with the Orc Priest. But that's okay. I want her to come over here and buff somebody. Arch Redbeard wanted me to get Harmonizing Energy on this sorcerer next chance I get, which I don't think that's a bad idea. If Inflict Stun is available, I'll probably pick that up first. I don't remember exactly what level she is, or what level you get that at, but I will try to remember to grab that. I've been relying on this Black Knight a lot. I really, really like Orc Black Knights. They're amazing. I was having a conversation with some people in the comments about cavalry units, the best tier 2 cavalry units, and I think Black Knights are kind of a favorite. Okay, well please, let's not kill my Dwarf Necro right away. I'm gonna have to get him out of here, especially away from that thing. Let's start by getting those monkeys off of him. It's got that line of sight. If I move behind this rock, see, this doesn't really make a lot of sense, but if I move behind this rock, then the line of sight penalty should go away, which I think I'm gonna give a try. No, it actually doesn't. I'm wrong about that. I think it's because it's 2 separate rocks rather than one contiguous rock. Like, I'd be able to shoot more than 2 spaces over this one just fine, but that doesn't count because it's 2 separate rocks. It's kind of weird how the game handles that, but that's okay. Should still be able to get this guy out of here all right. That thing scares the crap out of me too. I don't have a great way of taking that out from a distance. I can't slow it down by cursing it because it's immune to poison. Let's start with these guys. They're down here by themselves and should be able to handle those tigers just fine, which will put the tigers out of the equation. And I don't... Oh, nice. I don't think that guy's going to be able to kill them in one hit with Doom Gaze. It does do quite a bit of damage, but as long as I prevent anything else from hitting them, I'm probably going to need to do something about that fire elemental, though. Honestly, well, Black Bolt's is mediocre effective against him, I guess. He's going to be immune to the poison aspect of that damage, but he'll be weak to the frost. I need something to slow this guy down or stop him or something, just even to use up his action points. What I might do is charge him with the Black Knight and then go heal the Black Knight. That's probably the best solution. I really need him out of the picture. Okay. So he's only got one hit left. The only thing this Impaler can hit on this turn is that Fell Horse, so I'm probably going to make use of that. I just need to make sure... I want to make sure I don't need to flank it with something else. I also need to get somebody over here to take one more hit from that thing to make sure that it can't sprint. I don't want it to be able to sprint and get around behind the Black Knight and kill it, so somebody has to take another hit from that guy. I'm honestly not sure who's strong enough to handle that. I don't know if anyone really is. I wouldn't risk Ganon on it. Ganon actually needs to heal the other unit. This is actually kind of a tough call. I'm gonna use these guys to get rid of those monkeys, I think. And I think the Great Sword is going to be the potential sacrifice to the Fire Elemental. Actually, might be able to kill the Fire Elemental. Oh yeah, I could probably kill it with a good enough range attack. Which is not going to be that. May need these guys to go after the monkey. It's the monkey's physical. It does 6 and 3. The Fell Horse does 8 and 2. Well, the Spearman's a little bit better off going after the monkey, I think. They also have less overall health. So I'm going to do that. We'll just have a melee attack. That takes care of that little problem. I may have them melee attack the horse. It won't kill it, but it'll use up its action points. That'll do minimum 12 damage times 3, so that's 36. I might take my chances with this, actually. First I'm going to move here. That'll give me a flank. Okay, that'll do it. Okay, they're dead. Now, can he kill the Fire Elemental? I think he could. But that might leave him open to a Doom Gaze from that Watcher. Not sure if that's a safe play or not. That guy's going to take a hit from the explosion when this guy blows up, so he's definitely going to need healed. I think I'm going to take the chance with the dwarf. From that distance, Doomgaze has medium range. From that distance, I think I'll be okay. Does 2 to 4 times 3. I really need this to work. 1 HP. You gotta be kidding me. Okay. Well, that kind of sucks, but sacrifices must be made, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be that Great Sword, because I don't have anybody else with a range attack except for Ganon. Ganon's on healing duty. So I don't think I do. Oh, wait a second. Hang on, hang on. She's still around. Right, she didn't ever actually attack the monkeys. So I could have magic fisted that thing, which I might still do. Although really she only needs to do 1 damage, so I don't know if it's worth casting spells, but let's do that. Get up here. Okay, this is gonna hurt, buddy, sorry. Alright, I think I'm okay. She's disgusted, but I don't really have anything else to worry about. Heal the Black Knight, and hopefully all these obstacles that are in the way, that's why I put Ganon there, gets him in the way, prevents the Watcher from getting a good hit on Fair and the Wicked. And then you guys have really nothing to do, so just stand over there, I suppose. Okay, he just takes a shot on Ganon. That's fine. Now I can kill him. He's actually in range of a lot of different ranged units. I can't flank those guys, unfortunately. I'm going to probably just go in and try to get... Let's see here. He does mostly physical damage. I think what I'm going to do, because he's resistant to spirit, quite a bit resistant, so I'll back Ganon off. What's his weakness? Does he have any weakness? No, it's just spirit protection. He doesn't have any weaknesses. I think I'm going to back Ganon off. That guy can't make it down there to do anything anyway. So I'll put him here. Bestow Iron Heart. That will make these guys a little bit more tanky. Oh, and they'll crit anyway, so problem solved. That battle was a little tougher than I was anticipating, but I really didn't want to lose any more units, so I'm sorry that took up a decent little chunk of the episode, that battle alone, but I wanted to make sure I did that right. Okay, so she's got Stunning Touch that she can pick up. I think Harmonizing Energy wouldn't be a bad idea. There's been a couple times already that I kind of wished I had it. And I don't get Inflict Stun until rank 7, I think. So we will go ahead. What's her spell casting? 40? That's actually perfect. That means Harmonizing Energy could be cast twice because it takes 10 mana. Also forgot that I probably didn't... I guess Starblade's helped, but I didn't really want to spend mana in that last battle. I forgot how low I am on mana. Okay. And still 5 upgrade points. I'm considering giving her Magical Affinity, because maybe not quite yet, but she's going to split off from Ganon pretty soon. I have a few things, and this is kind of like where the rest of the comments come in, so I'm going to go ahead and talk about those a little bit, but I should probably start with comment from... I apologize. It was in symbols of a language. Either I think it was Japanese or Chinese. I can't read either, so I don't know exactly how to pronounce this person's name. But suggested that Fearsome and Warcry could be good for the Dwarf Necro eventually. I agree. I gave those items to Ganon, but thinking about it a little more, the Necromancer is probably the one that's going to be the melee fighter in the long run, in part because of Ghoul Curse, Inflict Ghoul Curse. Got to get closer to that. And Ganon I'm using more as a support role kind of right now. So I'm actually going to drop these items and give them to this guy. Give him Fearsome and Warcry. And start maybe buffing some of his more physical damage stats. Comment from Jeff about City up here pointed out that this spot right here could be a pretty valuable choke point for a fort later in the game, depending on where the enemies come from. I would prefer to get something east of this city, because that's an Archon city that I plan to be using in the long run after I get out there and conquer them, which that's something one of my armies needs to go do soon. I got to start picking up some of those cities. There's a lot of empty space here, but I need to at least get that city. So that's something to think about. Just finding a spot to build some forts so I have a fallback position if things go south. Tarsak pointed out that Embrace Darkness will make Tame Trolls dedicated to evil anyway. So I was talking about that in the last episode. Tame Trolls are neutral and anyone can use them. But if I use Embrace Darkness, they're going to be dedicated to evil anyway, which is fine with me because I am an evil person. Tarsak, also, his comment got me thinking, though, of something I really think is a good idea that I want to do as soon as I can. Down here I found a Castle of the Lich King. It was right there. This is a spot that I want a Goblin City, because goblins can eventually get Tame Trolls. I forget which race governance upgrade that is, but I think I can check. No, I can't check that because I haven't met goblins yet. But as soon as I meet goblins, getting that city is a high priority, because as soon as I can get it, I'm going to build a settler and bring it over here, and then start making Tame Trolls as soon as I can. Unfortunately, there's a Haunted Boneyard I have to clear, but hey, there's a Lich Castle I have to clear too, so I'm going to have my work cut out for me there regardless. Let's see. I already talked about that. Space Flash wanted me to start building Crusaders soon, and a similar comment from Arvid Nelson suggested building Orc Impalers soon. Both cases, I think that's a good idea. I just don't know. I want to let my cities get built up a little bit, for the Crusader city, I do need to found that city soon, and I'm kind of leaning towards down here because it's sort of sheltered by the water, and there's a dungeon and a crystal tree really nearby. So if I don't find, I guess what would I be missing here? Because I've got crystal tree and dungeon. So if this scout doesn't find something in this area, a Lich Castle, soon, I'm going to opt for going down there. And using that city to build our Crusaders. I might not be able to get all three of the structures I want. And I think that's it for the comments for this week. One thing I wanted to point out, which I meant to point out at the start of the video, is a project that I've been working on with Impregnable. He is, let me go ahead and select, oh wait, I can't cast anything because I'm out of mana. Impregnable Retribution Elite mod, and I posted this in the community section of my channel, but he has put together a Google Doc file, which is an interesting project that I thought was a good idea. Hopefully it helps out some of you guys. If anyone is interested in this, they can email Impregnable at towerguard@naver.com, and he will send them a link to the Google document so you can access it and edit it. It's basically a place to compile resources related to stuff that happens on my channel, so that people can find information easier. Like, say for example, I think the example I used in my community update was like, if you wanted to know more about oh, that's nice, free population. If you wanted to know more about how unit XP works, for example, we've discussed that on my channel in a few different episodes before, but maybe you don't remember what episode it's in. It would be a place for compiling information kind of like that, about how stuff works, about where we've talked about it in this series or in the comments. So if you're interested in that project, check out my community post, and if you want to get involved, go ahead and send Impregnable an email, and he'll get back to you with a link to access that. Okay, so what comes next in my capital? Well, I've got a problem. I need mana, but to get mana, you gotta spend mana. So Great Temple is what I would kind of like to build next. I don't know that I'm going to be able to do that, and I'm running out of time to get the Grand Palace, which I really want to get Imperial Residence because free casting points are invaluable in this game, especially when it's, you know, one on X number of computers, in this case 5. I can't actually build either of the two things remaining that I need to get there, so I'm tempted at this point to build a settler in this city. But I'll have more mana on the next turn. Maybe it would be better... Well, it's an orc city. It'll be a metropolis in 4 turns, but that doesn't really matter. I can build an orc settler in 2 turns. So since I can't build either of the two things I need to get to the Grand Palace, I guess I can play through the turn and see if I come across some mana somewhere. Or I could always sell an item or two that I don't need, but I'm pretty sure all my items are kind of spoken for. There's nothing I really want to get rid of, so except for maybe this. Honestly, how much does that sell for? Not nearly enough mana, so we'll see what I find as I'm going through clearing stuff. Top priority for this battle, get Human Knight. That is the main thing I need to do. Where am I planning on going after this, though? I should probably run through here and clear out some of these structures, but that one might be a little bit much for me right now. This was something that I think it was Arvid Nelson was talking about with regard to this city. This would actually be a fantastic city for Orc Impalers. Yeah, I thought it was going to be able to get all the structures necessary to make good pikemen. Armored from Crystal Tree would be good for Orc Impalers. This would give Solar Spire, also good for Spearmen. And this structure would give Pillar of the Stylites. The problem is that this structure is 1 tile too far. It's 10 tiles away, not 9. So I can't quite get it in that structure, which is very unfortunate. However, to the east here a little bit is another possibility. I could build a city out here, which would get a different Solar Spire, plus that and that. So that is an option. I don't know whether I'm going to go for building better Impalers later. I know it's only a tier 1 unit, but with all those bonuses, they could actually be pretty dangerous, and unit upkeep would be very cheap. So that's something to think about, but first things first, I think the Crusader city down here is going to be more of a top priority. And finding goblins is a top priority underground, which I'll talk about that a little bit later as I get there. I think that's where Ganon's army may be heading eventually. For starters, let's go ahead and get this ball rolling. Again, I'll attack with a unit from the smaller stack and see how the battlefield lays out. Sorry I haven't made maybe as much progress time-wise in this episode, but there's just a lot of things I really wanted to talk about in this one and kind of get out of the way. I'm going for broke on this one. I'm going straight for the knight. I'm not going to waste my time with the human cavalry, which would eventually evolve into a knight. I think for starters, I would rather not get devastating charged if possible. I don't mind letting that guy charge me though, so what I'm going to do is have the Impaler be the meat shield. He's probably not going to make it out of range of that thing anyway, so I'll have him set up shop there, and everybody else should be fine. Spearmint they can get a little closer, because he'd have to loop around them to get to them. And let's see. Black Knight with polearm is going to be very valuable for this battle. So let's go ahead and give him a nice little buff. Maybe make it so Ganon doesn't take a hit in the back unnecessarily. And I should probably start with trying to curse somebody. Maybe that Black Knight back there. Okay, let's try it again. Okay. So he's all set up for a conversion. Tempted to spend more mana already. I don't know if I should or not. I think for the sake of making sure this battle goes my way, I'm going to go ahead and at least drop 5 mana to give that guy Starblades, since he's going to have to do some heavy lifting here against those knights. Or at least one of them. Hopefully I can convert the other one. Oh my gosh. Okay. That guy actually did go for the greatsword and just got wrecked on his way around the Impaler. I'm not sure what he was thinking. That was not his finest moment. Alright, that knight needs to go. So I think a Warcry flank attack is the way to handle this. Alright, that was easy. I want that guy to charge in, and I don't really care who he hits, I guess. He could do a pretty nasty amount of damage to just about anybody, but I don't think he's going to kill anyone. I would like to get that human archer out of the picture, so I think that's what those guys are going to do. That's a pretty dang strong range attack. Maybe Ganon could finish him off? Probably not from a safe range from that knight, but again, I don't think the knight's gonna kill him by himself. I'll put this greatsword there just as a deterrent. And he won't get 2 hits on the greatsword, so that's good. And the halfling is not going to do anything right now. We'll see how they want to play this. Alright, now that that knight's out of the picture, that Impaler can go have some fun picking on that priest. Did they have total awareness? Huh. I thought that would be a flank attack. He must have been facing a slightly different angle. He was probably facing this way. It's okay. This is gonna hurt. Okay, so he's already cursed. I don't think there's any way I can... Wait a second. Do these guys inflict severely poisoned? That gives units less morale, but as far as I know, that doesn't have any effect on conversion chance. If I could set him on fire somehow, that would help, but I can't do that. And no one has inflict spirit breaking, so I think I'm just gonna go for this. 60%, come on. Got him, all right. That is a huge help right now. Massive boost to my confidence level. All right. Okay, who needs XP? I think the dwarf probably needs it. Let's give some to the Necro. Actually, he can get some free XP just from trying to curse that guy. And then she can run in. Oh, he already tried to curse. Never mind. I'm wrong about that. That's okay. All right. This I could... Do I want to sell this for gold or keep it? Because I could sell it for mana and maybe continue producing things in my capital. The sickle is kind of crap. The shield is better. And I still get 71 gold either way, which isn't bad. I'm gonna take those and we'll see how much I can sell them for. Which I have to pick them up first. That sells for 15. Whoops. And this sells for 10. That'd be 25. That would be enough if I sold both of them. I'll mull that over before the end of the turn. Generate mana. That might be a good idea. Well, you know what? No, I can build the Siege Workshop here. So I'll do that. I'm going to want Grand Palace anyway. And I haven't decided what to do with that city yet, so we'll skip that. And let's explore a little bit more with my Cherub, who is unfortunately just out of range of those haste berries. I need to see what's up through here, and once I know that, I'll be able to kind of figure out what to do next. Ooh, I need to also see who owns that city. Maybe I'll get lucky and it'll be goblins. Unlikely. Oh, unlikely though. That's volcanic terrain. They would be in Blight. Alright, I think it's worth clearing out some of these extra little structures over here, in part for XP and in part because Ganon can convert stuff. I need to build up an army for my sorcerer to use, because she's going to have to be able to handle things on her own. The sorcerer is going to need a heavy hitter. Ganon's army is pretty strong, so I think the knight's going to go with her. As soon as he can catch up. Let's see what else I can find down here. That's probably a Mer dwelling. Yep, looks like it. I was hoping there'd be a Lich Castle over here. I'm probably going to declare war on them. That's actually pretty easy evil points, because I don't really have a whole lot of use for the Mer people. Although the kings among them can go on land, so they do have utility. There'd be a nice complement for the sorcerer's army. I don't see a reason to actually declare war on them just yet. I'll probably leave them neutral, because I don't know that there's a whole lot of benefit for me being... Well, I could try to get pure evil. That may be worth doing. All right, we're just gonna go ahead and get that. So yay, Bob's even more evil. Oh, there's another Lich Castle. Let's see what else is around there. I always get excited when I see something that could potentially be useful. I'm an optimist to a fault. Alright, that guy I can handle. Is that a goblin city? That is a goblin city, so we've found one. Those guys are going to attack me, and I don't know if I could actually take them in a fight without using some casting points for Smite. I'm wondering where I should go from here. Do I want to look this way for a crystal tree, or that way, or go straight east? I don't know. This Cherub's too important to lose right now, I think, so I'm going to go... Now that I've met that goblin city, they're already at war with me, so I'm going to need to go conquer them. I'll explore down here a little bit. Actually, that looks pretty empty. Maybe I'll go north on the next turn. So basically the way I see it, even if, since I'm going to need Smite on the next battle to help that Cherub survive, even if I sold the items and started building something, well, no, I would get the mana between this turn and the next turn, so I'd actually still be okay. And that's the last decision I have to make this turn. So I'm going to actually keep these items. The reason I'm doing that is because I'm going to need a settler eventually. And I think that's probably more important right now. So I'm going to go ahead and produce a settler. Give mana a couple turns to regenerate. And that way I can actually keep these items, because they will be useful for somebody. 2 defense is nothing to sneeze at. The Bloodthirsty Sickle, well, that might be something to sneeze at. This should probably go to the Dwarf Necro, since I'm sort of building him to be a melee fighter. He's actually got enough movement to swap items this turn with her, so I will do that. Does he have a melee item? Well, here. You can have the Bloodthirsty Sickle. That's going to get replaced by something a lot better for him later. Been saying him, I think that might be... Is that a female dwarf? I think that's actually a female dwarf. Alright, and I will go ahead and end turn. I hope I'm not risking losing out on that Grand Palace. I'm hoping I'm making the right decision here, but I do need another settler. And since I'm pretty sure that I know where I need it to go, within 2 turns I should definitely know where I need it to go. So by the time it's done, I'll be in a good position to make a decision in that regard. Ganon's army is going to have to start planning out a route to get to those goblins underground. That's very important. Of course, if they offer to make peace with me, that'll be tempting. Alright. Kind of saw this coming. I may or may not need Smite. It depends on how the battle develops. Sometimes the Cherub can handle this on its own, and he does have a promotion. Probably from the last time this happened. Oh, wait a second. If I get him, that's right. That's what I did last time. You want to look around the battlefield and find the right type of corner to stick him in. Which, I don't know that I have as many good options this time around. Anywhere that spot might work. None. Hopefully I can get over there. It's sometimes hard to tell what's in and out of bounds. This will protect me from... No, that's only 3. I looked at that wrong. That won't actually protect me from flank attacks. Maybe there's something on the edge? I don't know what I'm thinking. I could have just ran away from these guys and had no trouble. This spot would be perfect. But I actually kind of need one of them to hit me to keep the battle going. And I don't know that I could do that and then still get away, so... whatever. I'll just let the battle expire and then I'll run. They might attack me on the next turn. If they do, so be it. Oh, I think they can reach me. This is actually good. It's free XP for that Cherub. Yep, that is the only spot they can approach me from. So I don't even need to use magic. I can just sit here and watch the Lost Souls kill themselves. Alright, that was easy. Oh, hey, that's not okay. I thought those animals might come back. I was assuming since I ran into them on this road out here last episode, and then they turned around and ran back, so I was assuming I was out of range for them, but I guess not. That sucks. I'm gonna have to go get that city back and migrate it again because it looks like it's still... Is that humans still? No, I think that's orcs. I guess it finished migrating. Alright, well, I'll worry about that in a minute when Ganon's army comes cruising back through. I'm gonna grab these couple structures here, at least get these under my control, so that I don't have to think about them because they're kind of back in the middle of nowhere. This should be an easy one. Let's see, among all of those, do I want a butcher or a warg rider? Probably a butcher. Either one would be useful, especially for Ganon's army since they'll be going underground, presumably. Okay. Butcher, Marauder. Let's set the greatsword up to fight both of those. And I would like to curse you, slow him down, and usual touch by faith on the Black Knight, and let's get this guy over here so he can start getting some XP. That greatsword is handling all that stuff like a champ. I think the butcher is probably the better choice here if I can get one of them. Actually, converting one could be difficult because goblins resist my attempts to curse them, so I'm probably not going to be able to lower its resistance, but I guess I can give it a try. I got lucky. Alright, I'll take that luck. And then I got unlucky. Alright, well, that's fine. Can't win them all. I'll probably get a Phantasm Warrior from the next structure that I'm going to clear with these guys. Alright, well now it's just a matter of let's not take damage, so... I'm pretty sure I know who the Black Knight needs to go pick a fight with. Hello. And as for those guys... I'll just let the Black Knight deal with him. I think for these guys, I'm going to let the Impaler handle them. Stick him right there. Actually, should have moved her there. And pretty much everybody else is good. There's not a whole lot that guy's going to be able to damage. Oh, he wants the Black Knight. He's not going to get him. See how there's no line of sight penalty firing over a much larger object? It's because it's all one contiguous object. Alright. Move up and start plinking away at this guy's health. So on defense, I think I will move a little closer so I can do marginally more damage. But he can just plink little tiny bits of damage at this guy. Everybody gets a little XP. We'll let Ganon finish him. Oh, there's actually no Phantasm Warriors for me to get at this one, just apprentices. Draconian, Orc, Draconian. I wouldn't mind having a Draconian apprentice with their fire bolts. That can be pretty useful. Pretty sure I can make it there on this turn, so... ahead and wrap this little bit up here. Oh, and they start off with a crit. How fun. Now, I could start off with a devastating charge, but I want to get... First things first, I want to get rid of those wisps, which I think these guys could handle just fine. Almost. Spoke too soon. Maybe I should have started with him because he's got Unholy Champion. Let's see here. I want to... Well, that guy's going to nuke them because their guard's down now. They should be okay, though, I think. I'm gonna actually touch this guy by faith because he could use the extra resistance since all of those could run in and shoot at him. And as for these guys, we'll just play it safe. Back her up. Alright, this is going to hurt. Maybe. Is this the angle I want to go after these guys? Actually not in a great position here. But I might be able to convert one. Problem is the unit that wants to do that I want to do the converting is one that probably needs to be attacking. Let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and pressure these guys with the knight. Can probably just about kill them. I am tempted to try to convert or to curse one of those Draconian apprentices, and I'm not sure which one. The Black Knight could go there and be a nuisance to them, but they could both back up and kind of fireball the Black Knight to death, and I don't want that. How much damage would they actually do if they all ganged up on that knight? Enough to kill it, if they all ganged up on it. I'm thinking I may have to use the sorcerer here for harmonizing energy or something like that. I need to get in somebody's face. Or possibly a magic fist. It depends. What is the absolute most damage I can do? Let's see what kind of a conversion chance Ganon has. If things go south, I may need to use harmonizing energy on him. But 55 on the Orc, it's going to be a little lower on Draconian, I think. 50%. Chance to curse, 50%. Kind of a 50-50 here. If I could convert any of them, it would probably be that one in the back, actually. That one is most hidden behind my other stuff. She could probably actually finish that one off with her crossbow. But again, I might need harmonizing energy, especially if this doesn't work. Alright, let's do this. We're just going to go for the convert because I think I'm going to need that priest for something else. Got it. Alright. Got a little lucky there, but I'll take it. Now... Well, now what? Probably leave him on defense. Tempted to attack, but I'm going to try to support him as best I can and hopefully get him out of there alive because I need him. And at this point I might be getting a little greedy, but... oh well. Alright, let's get this guy in here and Warcry. And I think I may be able to finish that one off with... well, actually, I've still got both of these guys that could go. Let's see here. That would do it. That would definitely kill him. So I'm going to take that now. And I can use the Orc Priest to definitely kill that guy. So it's really just him left. So here's the thing. If he moves, can he somehow kill Ganon? Do I need to heal Ganon to be on the safe side? I'm not really sure. Ganon has 25 health, and he is an orc, so his resistance isn't the best. So I'm going to go ahead and Harmonizing Energy him. That's going to take... Wait, that's 40 mana? Why is that 40? Oh, because of the dampening field. Oh, that sucks. Well, I'm not going to take chances with him this early in the game. I think it's unlikely that that person could have killed me, but for all I know, he could, you know, get a... I mean, he is a little bit happy, so he could critical hit. Like, I don't know for sure what's going to happen, so we'll play it safe. Black Knight has a bit more health, so I think he'll be alright regardless. Alright, everybody else can go on defense. We are good. Did go after Ganon. How much damage did he do? He did 20. At the time I had 25 health. I would have been okay, but if he did that and then crit, he would have killed me. So I still think I probably made the right call there. Alright, now I can heal, which Ganon's gonna need that most, I think. Possibly the Black Knight, actually. He's got more overall health. I'll give it to him. And I wouldn't mind if the Knight got a little XP here, start working his way towards... I'll have the Knight start working his way towards Strong Will. Blink him once for a little free XP. Never did curse anything, so I'll do that now. And that's about all I can do XP-wise, I think. I could steal an enchantment. Let's do that. What kind of an enchantment does this guy even have? Oh, he's the one who I used Touch by Faith on. Yeah, let's do that. Wanted to make sure I didn't steal Bestow Ironheart for somebody because that would have turned him back to the enemy team. And that's not what we want. Cursed helmet. Ooh, that's actually not a bad helmet. Well, it's not going to go to her, that's for sure. Let me go ahead and pair the Necromancer with that army again and swap some stuff around. I'm going to drop that helmet, and that's going to go to the Necro. And then the Warcry one is probably going to go back to Ganon. Yeah, we'll do that. Ganon can come grab the Warcry one. Put that back on. May never need to use it, but it'd be nice to have the option. You and your friends can go this way. Probably... Draconians don't mind being underground, do they? I don't think they do. They dislike Arctid, they hate Blighted. They like lava pools, so yeah, it makes sense they would do well underground. Might send him with Ganon's group to give them one more spellcaster. Although, I don't know. Actually, Ganon's group's got that really good Orc Priest, so I think they're fine. And everyone is stuck out of movement, so we'll hang out there for now. Okay, Ganon is now level 8. Strong Will is tempting. Holy Champions is also quite tempting. I find that to come in handy very often. It's kind of a tough call, but I think I'm going to go with Holy Champions first. Giving everybody in your army Holy Champion is just really nice. For the Dwarf, I want a little bit more melee power. For starters, I'm going to buff health. I kind of like to start with buffing health. Just makes me feel a little safer about my heroes. Okay, good, good, good. I get haste berries here. Can actually explore just a bit more in this direction and then pick it up. If there's no Lich King Castle out here, then that pretty much solidifies where I'm planning on going for my Crusader city. And there is none. I still do have that guy underground though. Oh wait, I didn't notice this until now, but that's much needed mana. Alright, that means that I can actually build mana stuff and cast some more spells. Oh, it's a hostile dragon dwelling way out there. Alright. Cherub Slayer of Lost Souls. I think it's looking unlikely that there's anything useful down there, so I'm going to explore this way. There is a cartographer's tent that's probably worth picking up. There's also the possibility of stuff being over here. I could actually cast a spell again. Got Beacon of Faith on that city already, on both of those. Do I want to try something? Here's something I wanted to test. Somebody told me I could convert the water node. I didn't think I could, but yeah. Okay, so I just thought I'd test that on camera, but I was pretty confident. You can't convert nodes that are already of a given element, so if you're watching, it looks kind of like a mana node because it's blue, but it's only the standard mana nodes that you can convert, which is what at least one of these used to be. So now I can cancel that spell. I'm wondering if I should get another cherub. It seems to me exploring is pretty valuable right now, but I do also have 3 cherubs already out. I think actually I should probably cast Sanctified Sites. Get that extra happiness going for my cities. It could translate to economic benefit. Especially actually at this point in the game because the computers can't disjunct it, so I should probably get use out of those spells now while I can. This area is another option for my Orc Crusader city, but it's a little more forward, and it kind of clashes with the Tigran city that's there, which, to be honest, I could raise. It also is near a cave entrance. Maybe I do want to go out there instead of underground. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I might not be able to get away from this one. Actually, I could. Well, no, I can't. Because I don't have enough casting points. Smite's 20. Oh, wait, I can cast Smite twice. I might be able to smite that guy out of existence and then run away from the Lost Souls. The odds of that working aren't great, though. I may need him to take a shot at me. Which I think I can have that happen. I really don't want to lose this cherub, so I'll position him down here. That way he has to shoot over the rock. Didn't get close enough. He should be able to hit me from there. Okay, that's what I wanted him to do. Oh crap, he chilled me. Oh, but that only lasts for 2 turns. And I'm just gonna run away from the Lost Souls anyway. Alright, let's see if I can blast him out of existence. Oh, 1 shot. Alright. That makes this a little more possible. Now I just need to stay just outside of the range. I don't really know how much battlefield space I have left. It's not a lot. Oh, they're being more aggressive now. Got me on the run. I don't know if I'll be able to get away from this one. Okay, they hesitated. That's helpful, but they are trapping me. Maybe I can slip through. Depends on what angle he approaches me from. Good, I think I can get away now. Yep, I'm good. In the clear. So long, suckers. Oh man, come on. Lost souls freaking everywhere. I really wanted to meet that city. Well, these guys are at full health, so I can probably find a good little spot here to hide and get them to come after me. See what kind of structures may be out on the edges of the map. Let's go over. Well, let's go back here. We'll let them come at me, and I think this area here could be promising. Oh, I apologize. I know this might not be particularly exciting gameplay, but I think it is important, at least. I really need to protect my scouts. That doesn't really give me a great spot. I think with this group, I'm just going to run away from them. Which actually means running closer to them to try to get them to hesitate and not use their full movement to come after me. Alright. Should people leave me alone, please? I'd like to go... Ooh, I kind of want to send him underground. Alright, Orc Settler is done, and I got race governance, so that's good news. But they came from that boneyard. That is more humans. They're at war with me. Probably shouldn't be surprised about that. I really want to mark this cave entrance underground, so let's do that. And I'm sure I'll have other stuff coming through there eventually, but for now, I'm going to keep this guy topside. And that's not a bad decision. There's gold over there. Alright, now that that's done, I can finish off what I started in this city. Now, with that being done, I have to make the final decision on where the city's going to go. And I'm pretty sure I'm leaning towards down here. Since this is going to be producing some pretty, kind of like the bulk of my army probably, like the meat and potatoes of my army, I want it to be deep within my territory. And I've got that cave entrance back there, so I think it's going to go south. Plus I've already got units out in that direction. And that will be my Crusader city. This one is one, I'm going to go with arenas. I gotta admit, when I play single player, a lot of times I pick Protector Military because I just think it's really fun to use Warcry with Orc Razor Bows. Not particularly useful, but it's just fun to have an archer that can pack a melee punch in retaliation to something running up to it. You can actually kind of surprise your enemy doing that. But for the purposes of this game, I don't imagine I will be using Orc Razor Bows very much, so I'm going to go with arenas for that extra 50 happiness and 5 gold, especially since a large portion of my cities will likely be orcs. That's probably a better call. Alright, well, I've established there is no Lich Castle over there, but I will continue to explore. There's more Tigrans. I'm going to be picking on the Tigrans a lot this game, I think, just because there's a bunch of them. I do see another dungeon over here, so that's probably worth looking into. And more gold to pick up on the next turn. What is that? Okay, that's the cave in. Hey, that's the cave. That cave entrance is right next to the goblins. I think Ganon's army is actually going to go out that way. Because that'll take me straight to where the goblins are, which is where I really need Ganon's army to be. And then while he's out there, he could take his Holy Champions army and go conquer that. He could go conquer that undead city too. So I think the sorcerer might end up going south with the settler to keep an eye on that and to deal with those pesky animals and get that city back. That is the plan. So you guys go on that way. Ganon can't convert any of that stuff. I need to convert something else to round out her army, because I don't really like it being just 4 units, but Ganon's got to go that way, I think. Didn't realize that cave entrance was right next to the goblins. That's actually really nice. Oh, and then there's some items out there that I wouldn't mind grabbing too. Well, let's explore as much as I can with this guy. I can move 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, just stretch my vision as much as I possibly can. Double back, pick up the cartographer's tent, which shows me another Tigran city. There seems to be a lot of those. There's a crystal tree back there. Go see what else is around that crystal tree. And then I can go meet the Tigrans. Have more options for people to declare war on. I will probably, at some point, just run through and declare war on all the Tigrans simultaneously. Okay, that is the end of that turn. I have lost track of time a little bit here, but I think we're coming close to the end of the episode. Maybe I'll be able to get one more battle in. Maybe we can squeeze in a battle to take back that city if that army can move far enough. I'm feeling a lot more optimistic having gotten that knight. That really helps make up for the otherwise lack of strength of her army. I need to keep him alive, though. That's a big priority. I have a lot of big priorities right now. The other thing is that I can get a city down there, but I'm still going to need somebody to go through and clear the dungeon and some of that other stuff. Oh, here we go again. I kind of knew this was coming. Actually, you know what? I'll do these battles. Maybe I'll see if I can kill these guys, and then wrap up this episode. With all these rocky crags around here, there may be a spot for me. I just basically need somewhere where they can't flank me. Possibly here. No, wait, that's not the edge of the map. It's way over there. We'll just run away again. Sometimes lost souls are worth fighting, and sometimes you just run away from them. They're definitely doing a great job being a nuisance, though, and I imagine that I'm probably going to fight some more in a second here. In fact, there might be 2 more groups that go after me. Nope, not on this turn. Alright, let's go ahead and get Sanctified Sights cast. So that gives me happiness from all sorts of stuff. Really buffs the happiness of my cities. That one just became cheerful as a result. Actually, both of those just became cheerful as a direct result of that. So that'll boost my economy a little bit. Siege Workshop is done. I think I'm still tentatively going to plan on building Black Knights here, although I'm tempted to build another settler in this city and put it out here. No, sorry, not Black Knights, Orc Impalers. I'm tempted to build another settler in this city and put it out here, though. Have Ganon clear that structure on the way out. Give me a nice little boost of gold, because he's going right through there anyway. I think I'm going to do that. Yeah, forget the Grand Palace. I kind of want another settler here. Unfortunately, that shrinks the city to a town, which drastically lowers... Hang on. I was going to be able to make that settler in 2 turns, but I don't want to do that if it's going to shrink the city to a town on this turn. let's find something I can build in one turn that's useful. Well, the laboratory would require mana that I don't have. That's a persistent problem, it seems. What else would be useful? Maybe the Masters Guild. I don't really want the city's borders to expand a whole lot yet, though, because I think I want that crystal tree to be in the domain of the city that I build out there. So, instead, I think I might actually just produce mana in this city on this turn. And then I could... Nah, forget it. I'll just take 2 more turns, build the Masters Guild, get that done. Divine Channeling 3 is done. Suggestion I received in the comments, I'm gonna attribute this to Space Flash, I think. I'm gonna feel bad if I got that wrong. I don't think I remembered to write it down, but Slayer's Doubt is probably a good spell to pick up. It's a very useful combat spell, and one that gives me something else to do besides smite with Ganon all the time, so. Alright, you jerks. Yes, I can reach them. So I'll go ahead and do this battle in this episode. We might go a little bit long here, but I really want to get my city back. Just a matter of principle. I'm not letting no smelly animals take over my cities. Alright, well, I really don't need to use casting points in this battle, so I will save my mana, like I should have been doing for the last few turns. You know what? That orc, or that boar, could kind of hurt her a lot. Let's just get her a little further away from the monkey. Okay, guys. Man, spearmen are good. What a great, like, tier 1 irregular. Let's see here. Not quite enough to kill the dread monkey. Oh well. You guys need to get that boar off of my sorcerer. Took some heavy hits there, but I guess that's what he's good at. He'll get a lot more powerful as time goes on. Producing merchandise again. I don't know what I'm gonna start. I think I was probably building a builder's hall. I'll go back to doing that. All right. You know what? Before the end of the episode, let me. Wait, where's my... I lost him on the map. Oh, I lost in the black background. I completely lost the cherub there. Okay. Found some gold. I just wanted to see what else I could find out here for people who are keeping an eye on the strategic map, looking for good spots and stuff. So I'll explore a little bit more with my cherubs and grab free money while I'm at it. There's another dungeon. At this point, we're starting to get a little further east. Is that lava, or is that's subterranean barrens? So I can't quite make it into the lava, or over the lava. Okay. Alright, I'm thinking this is about when I need to wrap this episode up, so I thank you all for watching. This has been fun. I'm enjoying this series so far. I hope you are too, and I will see you in the next episode.